What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Financial Freedom Builders, where every conversation moves you one decision closer to financial freedom. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the page, top comment below, get your access to Freedom Builders Academy. We've had so many people jumping in, making money. Some folks just last month made $50,000 in investing, just learning the skills that Freedom Builders Academy offers for you. And we have another banger for you today, and let's get right into it. So let's talk about the market. When we last spoke, leave the box right here for you guys. We talked about how the United States and Iran were in the middle of a pretty heated war, and we were seeing resolution de-escalating. Since then, we are currently now in negotiation talks for peace and a complete ceasefire. And right now, the vice president and others are on their way towards the Middle East to have conversations as early as tomorrow. And if we see resolution in this as early as this weekend, we could see the market go on an absolute heater. Now, what I would caution for everyone listening to this is two things. Number one is the market did not close, the SPY in particular, above $680. That is somewhat of a problem. It means that we are not confirmed for sure going up, and there's no coincidences in the market. I'm sure that is closely aligned to the fact that they want to see how talks go over the weekend. And then the second thing worth noting is when things get too bullish, things get overbought. And when they get overbought, they ultimately then need to get corrected. So we've seen the SPY go from as low as the 637 all the way up to as high as 682 in a matter of about a week. So we need to proceed with caution. I do think there's still some juice left. We can get to at least 685, and then we'll see what the market wants to do next. If we overextend, maybe as high as 689 to 692 range. But one way or another, we will see some volatility going into next week, and that will send a lot of stocks running, including the Nvidia and others. Microsoft, Meta has been one on the heater. But the one we want to talk about today is one that has been beat down for nearly 9 weeks. And it is none other than Tesla. Elon Musk is probably one of the most brilliant minds in history of our world when it comes to inventions, innovation. He's come up with electric vehicles. He's doing now robotics. He's in space. All these great things, and yet his company, his prime money-making industry in Tesla, continues to fall for over 2 months. Why? Simply because of the fact that we have had uncertainty with a lot of the costs in AI. We know that the expenses have gone up significantly with the implementation of Optimus and others. We've also seen there's been a decline in Tesla sales quarter over quarter, and people really struggling. There are a lot of people losing jobs. If you're out here and you've lost a job, please connect with us. We'd love to find ways to give you some free information to get you some structure, some guidance, something we can do to provide help. We got to be in the business of trying to help one another and be about humans at the end of the day. So with Tesla showing decline, at least in sales and revenue, and increase in expenses, the stock, which was almost at one time $500, has gone down to as low as $337. But that's where the story gets interesting, because at $337, it touched it twice this week. And the first time it touched $337, within one trading day, it bounced up to as high as $362. It then flushed all the way back down and retested again $337, and yet again $337 held for Tesla, and it started working its way back up. And at the time of this recording, when the market closed, Tesla closed at just under $349 a share. In a technical chart pattern, that is called a double bottom once we have full confirmation. And if we have confirmation of a double bottom, then that is extremely bullish for Tesla in the immediate term. And so now, with declining sales and all of these things, the chart showing that we may have a bullish reversal, we need now the catalyst. And at the time of this recording, we just received it, where now FSD, which is called full service driving, okay, where the car can move on its own, was a battle Elon Musk has been trying to win against the European countries who are very conservative, wanted nothing to do with this driving and this type of model in vehicles, they just received approval from the Netherlands to roll out FSD on their Tesla vehicles. This opens the door in Europe, which means this can jack up significant sales for Teslas because now autonomous vehicles are allowed to be available. And now Elon, in his brilliant mind, does not offer FSD as a feature you just get from buying the car. It is a subscription you have to purchase. So on existing purchases of folks who have bought Teslas, they now are going to be able to upsell these folks to download that software into their vehicles so that they can get full service driving. And now that it's approved, folks in Europe now might be more inclined to buy a Tesla, combined with the fact that we have just seen in the month of March oil prices surging due to the war in Iran. We may see now a full-blown demand for Tesla vehicles and products and services. Keep in mind that in a couple of months, Elon is also going to roll out SpaceX, which is an IPO, initial public offering. It's a brand new publicly traded company coming out later in the summer. And Elon has already made it very clear that he wants to reward Tesla shareholders for being loyal with him when the SpaceX IPO launches. So this Tesla journey may just be getting started. So let me give you some key indicators you're going to want to know. The first one, immediate, is $352.50. I'll be honest with you, at the time of the after hours, we're probably blasting it right now as we speak once that information rolled out. Even though it closed at $349, I'm sure in the after hours it has already crossed and cleared $352. The next line of resistance is $360, between $360 and about $362. That's when early this week, when the stock popped, that's where sellers were waiting to immediately sell out of all of their shares and trades and options that they were in to short the stock. So we will see another resistance at about $362.50. After $362.50, oh, things get really interesting very quickly for Tesla. There is just about maybe one more line of resistance around $375. Maybe we'll call it resistance. But between $365 to about $390, $350, it is pretty much clear air. So next week, we could see Tesla go as high as almost $395 a share. And right now, at the time of this recording, it's $349. Now, what do you think we in our financial community did earlier in the day to get ready for next week? So if you could possibly imagine, we are already locked, loaded, and ready to roll. And next week, ready to see the profits come in, make this money, and someone within our community will at least make at least $100,000 next week. But again, this page is providing you opportunities for life-changing money, and there will still be an opportunity next week and in the coming months to come with Tesla. But to really start benefiting the most from here, two things you should consider doing. Number one is the comment below, get into Freedom Builders Academy. Take the course, understand the lessons that it's going to provide you that's going to transform the financial future for you and your family. And then you're going to learn some of the basics in the financial literacy world that you will need to fully take advantage of the second option, which is joining our financial community, Financial Freedom Builders. There's a place for you. There's a future for you in there. And there is generational wealth waiting for you through our financial community. On your way out, be sure to hit the like button. Share this video with somebody you know. Get access into our financial community. Take the course. Take action. And we'll see you on the next one.